Hello, Wilmington. Last week was a tough week. We are all hurting. We are hurting for the young people who are dying in our city at the hands of guns. We are hurting for our mothers and our fathers, our grandparents, our brothers, our sisters, our aunties, uncles, cousins, and friends who have to attend funerals of their loved ones. But we know that Wilmington is better than this. I am Trippi Congo, and I am proud to be the president of Wilmington City Council. My city council colleagues and I, along with several community leaders, gathered on Thursday in front of City Hall because our children and our city need our help. We are experiencing unprecedented violence, but this violence is only a symptom of a much greater problem that we must begin to address head on. Our systems are broken. Our public education, court, prison, and even our political systems are all broken. Over several decades, these broken systems have directly impacted our families and our sense of community. The financial and mental poverty that those in our poorest neighborhoods experience can no longer be accepted. We cannot continue to place the blame on the children and their families for those changes that we have to make, but we have not had the courage to do. Wilmington's small size is both a curse and a blessing. We are all connected, so when tragedy strikes, it affects all of us. As a local funeral director, I see the same children attending funeral after funeral of their friends. I cannot begin to imagine the mental trauma they have experienced. But because we are all connected, it is also a blessing. We can unite and make change faster than those bigger cities that are also experiencing the violence that we are. We all know our governor, our county executive, our attorney general. We know our judges, our school board members, our state officials, our mayor, and those of us on city council. So we have to begin to work together to lay a foundation that will create a better Wilmington for our future generations. We need our churches to unite and to stand with us. The church has always been the catalyst to create change in our community. During Thursday's meeting, I called on our elected officials, our clergy, our educators, and our community leaders to come together to save our children and to save our city. We have to put our relationships and our disagreements aside and do what we know is right. We must begin to create a public education system that will prepare our children based on today's needs. Our prison system must begin to rehabilitate as they are intended to do. Our court systems must be held accountable to be lenient when appropriate and also to not continue to release dangerous people back into our community to wreak havoc. And our government officials must begin to redirect funding so that Wilmington can become a model city. We must reinvent Wilmington, and we must do it now. City Council has pledged $45,000 to support some grassroots organizations that are addressing violence. The funding comes from the discretionary account of the President of City Council and is supported by Council. In total, this $45,000 investment will be spread across 10 organizations. The recipients are Stop the Violence Coalition, the Safe United Neighborhoods, Network Connect, 302 Guns Down, the Cultural Restoration Program, Christiana Cultural Arts Center, their Heart Under the Hoodie program, Youth Empowerment Program, Community Intervention Team, Together Everybody Achieves More, and Churches Take a Corner. But it would take much, much more. I'm asking our mayor to invest at least $1 million to support anti-violence initiatives, which is only 2% of the American Rescue Plan funds that Wilmington has already received. We are asking our governor and our county executive to do even more. Let's begin to show our community who believes in us that it is no longer business as usual. Wilmington, let's work together and turn this thing around. As always, if you have feedback or want to be connected to City Council, please call us at 302-576-2140. Again, our number is 302-576-2140. Thank you and have a great week.